I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen, and today we're going to start working on Thanksgiving. Today I have a Thanksgiving side dish that you may want to consider, Southern style creamed corn. Now, creamed corn is an institution in the South, and I know that you may have a way of doing it, but this is how I'm going to show you. It's creamy, it's delicious, so let's go see how this all comes together. Okay, we're going to go over all of the ingredients for our creamed corn, and here's a little factoid for you. Fun fact, did you know that creamed corn has no cream in it? Creamed corn is called creamed corn because of the creamy consistency that it derives from being cooked in a certain way. Now, there are as many ways to cook creamed corn as there are people who make creamed corn. So if this isn't the way your grandma used to make it, that's okay, because this is how I make it, and I'm going to share with you my way, and I am sure that your way is absolutely perfect. So you should continue doing yours that way. But today I'm going to show you this really quick and simple way to have a delicious pan of creamed corn. This is made from fresh corn. I do not recommend that you make creamed corn from frozen corn, simply because you can't milk the cob the way that you need to when you have frozen corn. So I've shown you in a previous video how to remove corn from the cob. In my Pick Your Produce video, I showed you how to do that. But when you do creamed corn, you kind of want to shave off the outer portion of the kernels, and then you want to run the back of your knife up and down the cob and remove all of this beautiful creamy juice from the corn itself. Now, somewhere in there, there's corn oil, and of course there's the juice that comes from the corn itself and from the cob, and this is going to make for a beautiful and creamy dish in the end. So, in some parts of the South, when you make creamed corn, you do add milk or you add heavy cream to finish, but you definitely always use butter or bacon grease. Today I'm using butter. Some folks actually put crumbled bacon in creamed corn. It's absolutely delicious. It just depends on where you get it. But today I'm going to be using my creamed corn for another recipe. I'm just going to be making it plain. But today what we're going to do, because this is just plain, we're going to take the corn and the corn milk that I have in the bowl. Now this is 8 ears of bread and butter corn that we got. This is the end of the season, and I was really surprised to find some really good corn. I mean, this tastes like candy. It's so sweet. I'm going to take a couple of tablespoons, maybe like a tablespoon and a half or so of flour, and I'm just going to mix it on in there. This is just going to help bind everything together. And then I'm going to add, even though our corn is sweet, it's going to lose some of its natural sweetness in the cooking process. I'm going to add a tablespoon of sugar as well. And then we're going to move over to the stove. The only other two ingredients that I have here are half a stick of butter and a teaspoon each of salt and ground black pepper. That's it. That's so simple. This is one of those beautiful dishes that it has so much flavor, but it has so few ingredients. So I'm going to move over to the stove, and we'll be right back, and I'll show you what happens next. Alright, our butter is melted and it's up to a little bit of a sizzle, and that's exactly how we want it. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tip my corn in here. And give it a good stir. And now you're going to want to bring this up to a simmer and cook the corn. That's going to take 6 to 10 minutes depending on your corn. So you want to keep this over medium-high heat. What we're going to do now is we're going to let this come up to a simmer, and then we're going to let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll bring you back and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, we've been simmering this for about 10 minutes, and there you go, creamed corn. Now, you may get a little bit of caramelization on the bottom. You may want to monitor your temperature, because this is very sweet corn, and I did put a little bit of sugar in there. So Be sure and monitor this so you don't get too much caramelization on the bottom. I'm not too worried about what I've done there, but what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna salt and pepper this, and there you have it. We'll meet you back over at the counter, and we'll show you what it looks like. And there you have it, creamed corn. It's cooled down just a little bit, and it's ready for Rick to taste, even though he's already tasted it, and I think if I let him, he would eat the whole pan. So, a couple of things. While you're simmering it, if it looks like it's drying out a little, you have the option of adding a little bit of water or a little bit of milk. That's up to you, and you can just do that as needed and until the corn is all cooked. Now, corn changes color when it's fully cooked. It gets more vibrant and deeper yellow, so you'll know when it's ready. And you can see the corn looks a little bit different than it did when it was raw. So you'll just have to gauge that for yourself. All corn is a little bit different depending on the region of the country where you're getting it, and you'll just know, I promise. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and let Rick taste this again because I know he is ready to do that. He can't even talk.
That was enough. I can't tell what enough.
It's so good.
It's delicious.
It is so good.
It's like a dessert.
It's the perfect sweet, savory side dish. This is going to be great next to roast turkey or ham or just about any old thing you want to put next to it.
I better make extra.
Yeah, if Rick's coming, you better make twice as much.
Oh, he was gonna let him.
It's delicious. Southern style cream corn. If you've never tried this, and if you've only tried cream corn in the can from the grocery store, I promise you this is not the same. Personally, I am a cream corn in a can hater. I just never liked it. My mom never liked it, so she never really made it. And it looks really questionable when it comes out of the can. And I don't like that. So make it yourself, make it from scratch if you can. Make sure you can use the freshest corn that you can find. Cream corn really is something that you need to make when corn is in season or when you can get some pretty decent corn. So I hope that you will all consider putting this on your Thanksgiving menu. I hope you liked the video today. I want to thank you for stopping by and joining me in my kitchen while I showed you how to make my version of Southern style cream corn. If you liked the video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. So I hope you give this cream corn a try, this Southern style cream corn, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. In larger portions, then you decide that. Baking it for 15 minutes first gives it a little bit of structure, a little bit of body. It doesn't mean the streusel isn't going to sink in a little at this point, but you can see if we had done this at the beginning, this streusel would simply have, fallen to the bottom and remained there, and that is not what you want.